So here we've got a lovely section of Camber trail, and really the Camber is the only technical side of this trail. It's fairly free of the rest. Start again. So here we've got a nice simple section of trail where the only technicality is really the Camber. And although it looks pretty friendly, once you add a bit of speed and perhaps a bit of moisture, people can struggle to find a little bit of grip here. Looking up and through, relatively easy. There's not much to draw your eyes down. So we've got to really think about what we can do to make things more simple and make sure that even on a day when the ground isn't quite as dry and grippy as this, we can actually find some traction. Here it comes into that leaning the bike into the hill, keeping your body mass over the tyre line and giving the hips a little bit of a twist up the slope so that if your tyres do start to drift, rather than the bike spinning out from under you and being spat off down the hill, you kind of drift a little bit with it, push in a little bit harder and find that grip. As we watch the boys come through, just watch as those hips twist, just on the more cambered section, their eye line, drawing up and through, maybe shortcutting, not getting framed by these two trees here, but looking on and down the trail to where we want to be next, and keeping that brain ahead of the bike, breathing nicely, no death gripping, staying nice and fluid, and letting that bike run across and finding that grip. So this section here, far more gradient on that slope, far more crossfall, littered with performance cues, visual, input, and the all-important performance cue waiting, where you're kind of waiting for something to happen as a rider. And this is the point where it's important to start thinking through and not to. Start using good energy management to soften up, let the bike rise and fall over the various inputs. Keep those eyes up and not down. They're going to be sucked down into the trail. But yeah, a lot more going on, a lot more technical terrain. Same techniques going to apply, but we're just going to have to make sure we do a lot more of it. You're not doing different, you're just in that do more zone. Making sure that you're applying all the system to work for you and master this piece of terrain. So as the riders come in, the issue is compounded by a little bit of overlapping sections where the exit to this really off camber, adverse camber corner is the entry point to this section here. So it's all about carrying some speed through, but accelerating across these routes and across the camber and holding that line.